Hey there, Hallmark Hot Takers. Welcome back to Hallmark Hot Takes, where we review all the 23 Countdown to Christmas movies from the Hallmark Channel. And tonight we will be reviewing Christmas in Vienna, starring Sarah Drew and Brennan Elliott. And this movie is about Jess, a concert violinist whose heart just isn't in it anymore, goes to Vienna for a performance. And while she's there, Jess might find the inspiration she's been missing and a new love. So, we are going to each rate this movie, and Jay will once again reiterate the rating system.
5 candy canes each, based on how much we loved or hated the movie.
For a total of
10 candy canes.
All right, stay tuned. Okay, so let's do a brief recap of this movie, Christmas in Vienna. So first we meet Jess, who is a pretty successful, famous concert violinist who heads to Vienna around Christmas to give a headline performance on Christmas Eve. And we find out that Jess has kind of lost her mojo a little bit. She's not really feeling into it. She doesn't enjoy playing anymore, so she's actually considering giving up the violin altogether and quitting music. So while she's in Vienna, she's taking in a few delights of the city, and she runs into this guy, Mark, at a, the candle lighting ceremony or something, and they talk, and he speaks English, so she's very excited about that, and, they talk a little bit, and then we find out that Mark is actually Jessica's college roommate's cousin.
Yes.
And the college roommate is who she goes to see, and she runs into, of course, Mark. So Mark is an American diplomat living in Vienna who is also a widower and a dad to 3 children, not 4. And he is been living there. His wife was from Vienna, but she's dead. So, so they're just living there while he awaits some sort of, new promotion. He wants to be an ambassador.
Ambassador.
He's looking for the big bucks and all the power, So while Jess is there, her friend, her college roommate friend, who actually helps Mark take care of the kids while he's, diplomating, she gets this opportunity to sell some of her artwork, and she has to be gone during the day. So Jess says, I'll help out with the kids while you're gone. Well, of course, this turns into her spending a lot of time with the children, and then they take in even more of the delights of Vienna, and the kids show her all of this stuff, and she pretty much eats her way through every little shop of sugar in the Vienna metro area. She has a notorious sweet tooth, and all the while she's starting to, draw Mark out a little bit, who is very, very guarded after the death of his wife.
Like Fort Knox.
Yeah, he's like locked down more than most states, New York, California, like nothing's getting in there.
Nope.
He's just not ready to get back in the dating game. And that is evident the day that they are at a party and a waltz comes on, and Jess asks him to dance. And it is only the second time they've met each other, and he turns her down, and it's actually really kind of awkward. Yeah, I mean, things are awkward with them through most of the movie. And so we find out that Mark has been offered a promotion to Switzerland,
yeah.
And he'd have to move his family again, and he'd have to move his kids, who are already starting to feel like they're at home in Vienna. That's where their mom was from. The daughter, Jess is teaching the one daughter how to play the violin. She's helping the other daughter with a concert that she's giving on Christmas Eve, and just helping the son get acclimated. She's just really helping out these kids. And so what are we missing here? Where am I going with this?
Nowhere. We're good, though.
We're not good. Okay, so anyhow. So as the story progresses, the concert on Christmas Eve that Jess is playing at is also going to now host this Vienna Children's Choir, which the daughter Summer is singing in. So they're all preparing for that, and as the family becomes closer, there's more interactions with Jess and Mark, And there's definitely an attraction there. Jess really, really likes him. You can definitely tell, but he's not having it there. At one point, they're on this Ferris wheel, and there's wine, and they're talking, and they're really starting to get their feelings out in the open. And Mark's like, yeah, I really like you. If I was ready, it would be with you. And Jess is like, what's this craziness? So she was very disappointed, and then they get the call that he has got this job and he has decided he's going to take it.
Yeah.
And this does not sit well with the kids who do not want to leave Vienna. So Jess confronts Mark and she says, all you're doing is running away from your problems, and you never want to find a home because you're afraid that if you find a home, you're going to understand what's missing from it, and just really takes it to him. So Mark then asks his kids what they want. They want to stay in Vienna. And so Mark says, you've already lost so much. I shall not make you leave. So then they go to the concert, and Jess is there ready to give her performance, and they drop the news that they're not leaving, and she's overjoyed because guess what's happened? During her performances with the kids, she's found her love for music again.
Mojo is back.
Back big time. So the Vienna Philharmonic has offered her an audition to be in their orchestra.
Right.
So she's going to try and do it. And she plays, and it's beautiful. She accompanies the daughter Summer on her song of Silent Night, which is her most favorite Christmas song. And then at the end, her and Mark, they tell each other how they feel about each other, and then they kiss, and that is Christmas in Vienna.
Yeah.
I don't think I did a great job recapping that, but that's what happened.
Yeah. You want to do some ratings?
Ratings. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'll go first with my ratings, pros and cons. Pros, he was a diplomat. That's amazing.
It was amazing.
I was just thinking...
There was a lot of Lethal Weapon references between the two of us.
That was amazing. Diplomatic community.
Lethal Weapon 2.
That's fantastic. So that was a great plus.
Yes.
Great plus. Second great plus was the subtle Gremlins reference, where the friend was like, she's like, Jess is like, what advice? How do I help with kids? And she's like, keep them away from light. Don't feed them after midnight, and don't get them wet. That's amazing. That's amazing, Hallmark. Amazing writing. And then there's this Booze Cruise Ferris wheel.
Yes,
so it's this
the Booze
giant
Cruise
Ferris wheel that you drink on.
You drink
I
on
thought
it.
that was fantastic. So those were my positives.
Okay.
My negatives. It was awkward as heck, this whole movie. Like, she got shot down so many times. Like, she put herself out there, and he's like, no.
It was more will they, won't they than Ross and Rachel.
Yeah.
I mean, it was...
They were on a break. So it was just a tease the whole time.
It was a journey.
Yeah, okay. She didn't eat any real food the whole time. Again, Vienna, all they eat is sweets. Cookies, chocolates, things that no one can pronounce. So just, again, all sweets. So then at the end, this daughter is going to sing Silent Night. It's very important to Jess. So she's standing there, not being able to sing it. And then the brother, with no music ability whatsoever, in front of thousands of people, starts singing Silent Night. And then the youngest daughter finds a violin out of nowhere.
No. Jess bought her the violin.
I know, but she brought it to the show.
Why wouldn't she?
Why would she bring a violin to the show?
Why wouldn't she? Jess got it for her for Christmas and was teaching her how to play the violin and said, you should play this at the show. Did you miss that part of the movie?
I must have missed it. It's not like a baseball game when you take your mitt to a game to catch a ball. You don't bring a violin to the orchestra just in case they call you up to play. That's lame.
You're lame.
So then there's this other thing.
Oh.
So then there's this thing. So they're talking about Vienna, and she's talking about where she's from, Philadelphia. And at this point, she says, well, Philadelphia is the Vienna of the United States. Said no one ever. No one says Vienna is Philly is the Vienna of the United States. Who says that? And then Jess, also Jessica, Should be like the third Jessica this year in Hallmark
it
movies.
You guys gotta pick another name.
Like we've only watched like what 6 or 7 movies.
I think this is the third Jess.
This
Jessica,
is the third Jess.
Jessamine, Jess something.
There are other names out there, Hallmark.
Yeah, do better.
2.
Seriously?
2 candy canes.
Dude, that's
Get
terrible.
better.
Are you
Hallmark.
serious?
Get
Hey,
better.
you have 3 written down there.
I know. The more I talk about it. It's
Oh, okay. Well, you've just made me sad. Okay, so here's the things I didn't like about the movie. One was his hair was super distracting. He tried to like gel it up at the top, and it really just distracted me the whole time.
He
and
had a metal plate. That's
No,
why.
I didn't like his hair. The other thing I didn't like is I did not like the Philly as the Vienna of the United States.
That was amazing.
I
What are you
didn't
talking
care
about?
for that. Because she's like, oh yeah, old architecture. And like, I get it, like Philly is America's oldest city, so I get what she was saying, but it just, so then the part that really irritated me is he was a little bit unreasonable at times. Like he asked her opinion about whether or not they should move to where was it? Switzerland. And she's like, no, I don't want to give it. It would be overstepping. And he's like, no, I'm asking you because I really want to know. And she's like, okay, well, I don't think you should go. And he's like, got all pissy. And that really just pissed me right off. Like, well, shut up. Don't ask for her opinion if you don't want it.
Right.
Okay, so those are the things I didn't like. The things that I did like, I loved. So I liked that at one point he did ask her to dance. And it was kind of like an apology for the rejection. But then after he danced with her, he rejected her again. So it was kind of a little bit awkward. I loved the booze cruise because I thought, oh, we're really going to get somewhere. I'm like, this is a booze Ferris wheel. It was the booze cruise of Ferris wheels. And they served alcohol. And I was so ready. I'm like, this is going to be the moment. And then he's like,
no.
Reject. And we're like, I was like, I didn't like it, but I thought it was good because it surprised me. I was like, it was an emotional roller coaster.
Who doesn't love to see rejection?
It's part of life.
Yeah.
Okay, I loved the kids. The little girl was adorable. She was just this tiny little blonde thing, and she was so adorable. And Jess taught her how to play the violin, and I thought all the kids in the movie were good without being like over the top. I thought the brother stepping up to help his sister was very touching at the end. And I liked Jess. Sorry, damn, there's so many Jessicas. I thought Jess's line of when she said she was losing her mojo and she was trying to explain to Mark what that meant was she's like, well, the music doesn't lie, so I can't fake that I love music when I really don't. I thought that was really nice. And then the other thing that I really liked was when Jess kind of put the screws to Mark and told him that he keeps moving so that he never has to build a home because then he'll realize what's missing.
Whoa.
And she just dropped some truth on him, and I thought it was absolutely necessary because this guy needed to just open the gates and move on. So that being said, was very torn about my rating for this movie because I really, really did like it, and it was kind of an emotional roller coaster, which is not usually what happens. No. So I am going to give this movie 4 candy canes.
Oh, it's 4 candy canes. So then plus my 2.
That's 6.
6.
And I'll tell you right now, it's better than a 6 candy cane.
Yeah, that's not what the leaderboard says. 6. All right, stay tuned.
Okay, so that's our rating for Christmas in Vienna. So join us next time where the movie will be A Timeless Christmas. And if you haven't put it together, there's time travel.
It's going to be amazing.
We're so excited.
The expectations are incredibly high.
Exceptionally high. So you're not going to want to miss this review. Time travel. It's going to be amazing.
Bye.